What if the player who stood closest to greatness is the one who understands it best? Eden Hazard was once called the new Messi. He destroyed defenses in England, humiliated fullbacks in Europe, and arrived at Real Madrid as a Galactico. And yet today, his career feels like a question that was never fully answered. But now, after the lights have gone out, Hazard has finally broken his silence about Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo. Not as a fan, not as a pundit, but as someone who faced one and chased the other. I've seen the truth that people don't dare to say. So what is that truth? Why did Hazard, a pure talent, fall short where Messi and Ronaldo never did? And what does his confession reveal about the real difference between being world-class and being eternal? Before we go any further, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and stay until the end, because this story changes how you see greatness forever. To understand why Eden Hazard's words matter, we need to remember who he really was. At his peak, Hazard wasn't just a great player. He was the player defenders feared in one-on-one situations. At Chelsea, he won 2 Premier League titles, 2 Europa Leagues, and was voted PFA Player of the Year. In 2018, he finished 3rd in the Ballon d'Or race, behind only Messi and Ronaldo. That same year, Hazard carried Belgium to a World Cup semi-final, finishing as one of the tournament's best players, not with numbers that exploded off the screen, but with moments that bent games to his will. Then came Real Madrid. The dream move, the moment many believed he would finally sit at the same table as Messi and Ronaldo. And yet, while Hazard struggled with injuries and rhythm, the two men he was compared to refused to slow down. Messi, even in his mid-30s, continued to dominate games, finishing seasons with over 70 goals and assists combined. Ronaldo, year after year, kept reaching 50 or even 60 goals per season through relentless discipline and obsession. So here is the uncomfortable question. If Hazard had the talent, if he had the vision, if he had the technique, why did the gap between him and Messi and Ronaldo only grow wider with time? And what exactly did Hazard see, from the inside, that the rest of the world still argues about? Eden Hazard didn't break his silence at the height of his career. He did it when the noise had faded, no cameras waiting, no trophies to protect, no image to sell. After leaving Real Madrid after the injuries, after the jokes and the disappointment, Hazard finally looked back at his journey and at the 2 shadows that followed him everywhere, Messi and Ronaldo. This is important because when Hazard speaks now, he is no longer competing, he is remembering. He remembers the nights in the Premier League when Cristiano Ronaldo returned to England, still obsessed, still angry, still hunting goals like time was his enemy. He remembers watching Messi from afar, not loud, not theatrical, but deciding games as if he had already seen the ending. And that's when Hazard realized something painful. Talent was never the problem. Hazard knew he was gifted. Everyone did. He could change direction faster than defenders could think. He could dominate a match without scoring. For one night, for one tournament, for one season, he could look unstoppable. But Messi and Ronaldo were never interested in just one night. The moment that forced Hazard to speak was not a single match or a single defeat. It was the accumulation of years. Years where Messi kept reinventing himself. Years where Ronaldo refused to accept decline. Years where being great once was not enough. And Hazard understood something few dare to admit. The difference was not skill. It was not talent. It was something far more uncomfortable. And that is where his confession truly begins. When Eden Hazard says he has seen a truth people don't dare to say, he isn't talking about statistics. He isn't talking about Ballon d'Ors. He isn't talking about social media debates. He is talking about obsession. Hazard once admitted, almost casually, that he loved football, but he also loved life. Training was important, but so was enjoyment. Matches were moments of expression, not war. Messi and Ronaldo were different. According to people inside dressing rooms, Messi arrived early, left late, and treated the ball like an extension of his body. He didn't need to shout. His seriousness was silent, almost unsettling. Ronaldo, on the other hand, turned discipline into a religion. Diet, sleep, recovery. Every season became a personal fight against time itself. And this is where Hazard's truth becomes uncomfortable. At the highest level, talent is common. What isn't common is the willingness to sacrifice everything, every day, for 15 years. Hazard could dominate a match on pure instinct. Messi and Ronaldo dominated careers. One played football as art, the other played it as conquest. But both shared the same refusal to relax. Hazard once joked that he never liked the gym. Ronaldo built his legend there. Messi used it to protect his body and extend his prime. So when Hazard looks back, he doesn't speak with bitterness. He speaks with clarity. He saw that greatness is not about reaching the top. It's about staying there when motivation disappears, when pain becomes normal, and when the world expects miracles every week. That is the truth people don't dare to say. Hazard's confession doesn't just explain his own career, it explains an entire generation. Football history is full of extraordinary talents. Players who shone brightly for 2, 3, maybe 5 seasons. Names that once felt inevitable, and then slowly faded. Hazard understands now that he wasn't alone. For every Hazard, there was a Kaká, a Ronaldinho, a Neymar at certain moments. Artists capable of magic. Players who could be the best in the world, briefly. But Messi and Ronaldo broke the natural rhythm of football. They didn't peak and decline. They extended the peak, season after season, while others disappeared. They accumulated goals, assists, titles, records that were supposed to be unreachable. Messi, even as he entered his late 30s, continued to dictate games, finishing seasons with involvement in over 70 goals. Not through speed anymore, but through intelligence and anticipation. Ronaldo, long after losing explosiveness, reinvented himself as a predator. Fewer touches, more efficiency, more obsession. History shows something brutal. Talent opens the door. Longevity builds the throne. Hazard's generation collided with two anomalies who refused to age like normal players. And in doing so, Messi and Ronaldo changed the definition of greatness itself. Being the best player in the world was no longer enough. You had to be the best. Every. That is why Hazard's words resonate, because they remind us that most legends fail not because they lack talent, but because they are measured against something inhuman. And perhaps that is the most terrifying truth of all. Hazard's confession doesn't belong only to the past. It is a warning for the future. Because today, the football world is desperately searching for the next Messi, the next Ronaldo, the next face of an era. Names like Mbappe and Haaland dominate headlines. Goals pile up, records fall, and yet, Hazard's words quietly echo in the background. Talent is not the question anymore. The question is endurance. Can Mbappe stay obsessed when he has already won everything at 25? Can Haaland keep chasing perfection when his body begins to resist? Can they accept boredom, repetition, pressure, year after year without losing hunger? Hazard once had the world at his feet. So did many others. But Messi and Ronaldo built their greatness on something far less glamorous: routine, sacrifice, an almost unhealthy refusal to be satisfied. That is why Hazard's truth is uncomfortable, because it suggests that the next greatest of all time may not be the most gifted. It will be the one who survives the longest at the top. Football doesn't reward beauty forever. It rewards obsession. And as the Messi-Ronaldo era slowly fades, their shadow remains heavier than ever. Not because of what they did once, but because of how long they refused to stop doing it. Eden Hazard didn't confess to judge Messi or Ronaldo. He confessed to understand himself. In doing so, he revealed something deeper than statistics or trophies. Greatness is not just about talent. It is about endurance, sacrifice, and the courage to live under pressure without relief. Messi and Ronaldo didn't just dominate football. They redefined what dominance means. So the next time we compare players, ask yourself this: is this player capable of brilliance or capable of obsession? If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like the video, share it with someone who loves football debates, and subscribe to the channel for more deep stories like this one. And now, tell us in the comments, did Eden Hazard's confession change the way you see the Messi-Ronaldo debate?